Hello friends. Have you ever wondered what happens when the emotional, intuitive Cancer man meets the energetic, unpredictable Gemini woman? It's a relationship full of contrasts. Water meets air, emotions clash with intellect, and deep sentimentalism collides with carefree curiosity. But does this mean they are doomed from the start? Or could their differences create a magnetic pull that makes them truly unforgettable? Let's dive deep into the dynamics of love, sex, marriage, friendship, and business between a Cancer man and a Gemini woman. Love compatibility, a dance of emotion and logic. At first glance, a Cancer man and a Gemini woman might seem like an unlikely couple. Their core personalities and emotional needs stand in stark contrast to one another. Cancer is deeply emotional, values security, and seeks a partner who can provide stability. He desires a love that is nurturing, warm, and deeply connected, with an unspoken understanding that emotions are the foundation of any relationship. Gemini, on the other hand, is playful, ever-changing, and thrives on adventure. She is ruled by the mind rather than the heart, constantly seeking intellectual stimulation, novelty, and variety. While Cancer yearns for consistency, Gemini resists stagnation. These opposing qualities can create both magnetic attraction and moments of deep misunderstanding. Despite their differences, there's an undeniable pull between them. The Cancer man is drawn to the Gemini woman's charm, quick wit, and ability to light up any room she walks into. She has a youthful, carefree energy that is contagious, making even the most reserved Cancer feel alive. He admires her intelligence, her social ease, and the way she seems to be effortlessly adaptable to any situation. She brings excitement into his life, pulling him out of his shell and introducing him to experiences he might never have considered. With her, he begins to see the world in a different way, less structured, more spontaneous, and full of possibilities. For the Gemini woman, the Cancer man represents a different kind of adventure, one of depth rather than movement. She is used to engaging in light-hearted flirtations, witty conversations, and surface-level connections, but with Cancer, she encounters something deeper. His devotion and emotional intensity intrigue her, offering her an experience of love that is rich, comforting, and profoundly genuine. He is not like her past flings or casual encounters. He is someone who feels love on a soul-deep level and is willing to offer her a kind of stability she has never known before. However, challenges inevitably arise when Gemini's flirtatious, freedom-loving nature clashes with Cancer's need for emotional closeness and reassurance. The Cancer man is highly sensitive and tends to form deep attachments quickly, often seeking commitment and exclusivity early in a relationship. When he loves deeply, and he expects his partner to reciprocate that intensity. Gemini, on the other hand, can be emotionally detached at times, not because she lacks feelings, but because she processes them in a more intellectual way. She enjoys connection, but she also values her independence and dislikes feeling restricted or emotionally overwhelmed. This fundamental difference in emotional expression can lead to friction. The Cancer man may feel insecure when the Gemini woman craves space, mistaking her need for independence as a lack of affection or commitment. He may become clingy, possessive, or withdrawn, fearing that she is slipping away. His moodiness and occasional bouts of insecurity can frustrate Gemini, who prefers an easygoing and playful approach to relationships. She might feel suffocated by his emotional needs, believing that he is asking for more than she can naturally give. If she is not careful with her words, her bluntness can hurt him deeply, as he tends to take things to heart. The key to making this relationship work is balance. If Gemini can learn to reassure her Cancer man while still maintaining her space, he will begin to trust her independence rather than fear it. She needs to show him through consistent actions that even though she enjoys freedom, she is still devoted to him. Simple gestures like checking in regularly, expressing her feelings in ways he understands, and being mindful of his sensitivities can go a long way in helping him feel secure. At the same time, Cancer must loosen his grip and trust in Gemini's love, even if it doesn't always look the way he expects. He needs to understand that her flirtatiousness is often playful rather than serious, and that her social nature doesn't mean she values their relationship any less. Instead of trying to control or contain her, he should focus on building a deep emotional connection that makes her want to return to him, not out of obligation, but out of genuine love. When they find this balance, their love can be both thrilling and deeply fulfilling. The Cancer man can teach the Gemini woman the beauty of emotional depth, the power of vulnerability, and the comfort of unwavering love. In return, she can show him how to embrace spontaneity, lighten up, and enjoy the present moment rather than always worrying about the future. Together, they can create a relationship that is both a safe haven and an adventure, blending Cancer's deep emotional roots with Gemini's boundless curiosity. If they truly embrace each other's differences and commit to understanding one another, their love story can be one of transformation, growth, and unexpected magic. Sexual compatibility, passion meets playfulness. When it comes to intimacy, a Cancer man and a Gemini woman create a fascinating contrast between emotional depth and playful spontaneity. Their physical connection can be both exciting and challenging, largely depending on how well they understand and respect each other's needs in the bedroom. While Cancer seeks deep emotional bonding and sees sex as an extension of love, Gemini approaches intimacy with curiosity, lightheartedness, and a sense of adventure. This fundamental difference in attitude can either make their sex life thrilling and transformative or lead to frustration and misunderstanding. The Cancer man is a sensual, affectionate lover who views physical intimacy as a sacred act of emotional connection. He is not one for casual encounters or meaningless passion. His desire is rooted in feelings, and he wants to truly merge with his partner on a soulful level. For him, sex is an intimate exchange of trust, security, and devotion. He is attentive, gentle, and deeply invested in his partner's pleasure, ensuring that every touch and every moment together is filled with meaning. His goal is not just physical satisfaction but an emotional bond that strengthens with each encounter. On the other hand, the Gemini woman brings a completely different energy to the bedroom. She is spontaneous, curious, and thrives on variety and excitement. For her, sex is an adventure, a playground of sensations and new experiences. She enjoys experimenting, trying new things, and keeping the passion lighthearted and fun. She is not always emotionally attached to intimacy in the way Cancer is. She can separate physical pleasure from deep emotional connection, which can sometimes make Cancer feel like she isn't fully present or invested. At first, these differences might create misunderstandings. The Cancer man, with his deep emotional needs, might feel that Gemini isn't fully engaged or that she treats intimacy too casually. He may crave reassurance, wanting to know that their physical connection means something more than just pleasure. If he senses emotional detachment, he may become withdrawn, moody, or even insecure, fearing that he is not enough for her. The Gemini woman, however, may struggle with Cancer's intensity. She might feel that he takes things too seriously, expecting deep emotional exchanges when she simply wants to enjoy the moment. His need for security and reassurance might feel overwhelming to her, especially if she values independence and dislikes feeling emotionally tied down. If he becomes too possessive or overly sensitive, she might withdraw, feeling suffocated rather than seduced. However, if they communicate openly, they can learn to balance their different styles and create a uniquely satisfying intimate relationship. The Gemini woman has the ability to bring excitement and variety into their sex life, introducing spontaneity, humor, and creativity that can help Cancer break free from his deeply emotional approach. She can show him that intimacy doesn't always have to be heavy or serious. It can also be playful, adventurous, and full of surprises. In return, the Cancer man can teach the Gemini woman the beauty of emotional depth and the powerful connection that comes from truly opening up to one's partner. He can help her slow down and appreciate the deeper layers of intimacy, moving beyond physical pleasure to an emotional and even spiritual bond. Through him, she may discover the incredible passion that comes from being fully present in the moment, rather than constantly seeking the next thrill. Their best experiences together will come when they embrace both perspectives, Cancer can add warmth and tenderness, while Gemini infuses their encounters with excitement and playfulness. If they meet each other halfway, their intimacy can become something extraordinary, both fun and profoundly moving, a mix of deep connection and uninhibited passion. The key to their success lies in mutual understanding, patience, and a willingness to explore both emotional and physical intimacy in new and unexpected ways. Marriage compatibility: can they make it work? A long-term commitment between a Cancer man and a Gemini woman requires effort, patience, and compromise. These two signs have fundamentally different approaches to marriage, which means their union can be either an exciting blend of stability and adventure or a source of ongoing frustration. The Cancer man is a devoted, emotionally driven partner who dreams of a cozy, predictable home life. His idea of happiness is a warm household filled with love, deep connection, and unwavering support. He values tradition, family, and a strong emotional bond with his spouse. The Gemini woman, however, is not one to settle easily. She thrives on change, variety, and intellectual stimulation. Marriage, to her, is not just about building a home, it's about growing, evolving, and keeping life exciting. She fears stagnation and may struggle with the idea of settling into a predictable routine. While Cancer longs for security and emotional closeness, Gemini craves freedom and new experiences. This core difference in how they view commitment can either make their relationship dynamic and complementary or lead to ongoing misunderstandings and frustration. One of the biggest challenges in their marriage will be the Cancer man's emotional needs versus the Gemini woman's independent spirit. He expresses love through deep emotional connection, needing reassurance and consistency from his partner. He wants to feel like he is the center of her world, that their home is a safe haven where they can retreat from the chaos of the outside world. Gemini, on the other hand, is restless by nature. She needs space, social interaction, and intellectual stimulation to feel fulfilled. While she may love her Cancer husband deeply, she will not give up her independence, and if she feels too confined, she may begin to pull away. This difference in needs can lead to conflicts. Cancer may feel insecure if Gemini seems too distant or preoccupied with other interests. His natural reaction to feeling neglected is to withdraw emotionally or, in some cases, become overly clingy, trying to hold on to her even tighter. Gemini, however, dislikes feeling emotionally pressured. If she feels that Cancer is being too needy or possessive, she may resist, craving more space rather than giving him the reassurance he desires. This push-and-pull dynamic can create tension in their marriage if they don't address it early on. For their marriage to thrive, they must find a middle ground. The Cancer man needs to trust that Gemini's need for freedom does not mean she loves him any less. He must learn to give her space without feeling threatened by it. Instead of trying to hold on to her tightly, he should focus on creating a loving and secure environment that she will always want to return to. His strength lies in his unwavering support, and if he can learn to express his love without being overly possessive, Gemini will appreciate and cherish him. At the same time, the Gemini woman must recognize that Cancer's emotional depth is not a burden but a gift. While she may not always understand his need for security, she must make an effort to be more present and committed. She should reassure him that, despite her adventurous spirit, he is still the person she wants to share her life with. Small gestures of affection, open communication, and showing consistency in her love will help ease his insecurities. She doesn't need to give up her freedom, she simply needs to find ways to make him feel valued and important in her life. If they succeed in finding this balance, their marriage can be a beautiful blend of warmth and adventure. The Cancer man provides the emotional depth and support that Gemini sometimes doesn't realize she needs, grounding her in a way that allows her to flourish. In return, the Gemini woman ensures that their life together is never dull, bringing excitement, spontaneity, and intellectual curiosity into their relationship. Together, they can create a home that is both loving and filled with enriching experiences. While Cancer offers a safe harbor, Gemini brings the wind that keeps their journey interesting. As long as they appreciate and nurture each other's unique qualities, their marriage has the potential to be both deeply fulfilling and endlessly exciting. Friendship compatibility, a bond of differences. A friendship between a Cancer man and a Gemini woman is an intriguing blend of emotion and intellect, stability and unpredictability. These two have vastly different personalities, but if they embrace their differences, they can create a fascinating and enriching bond. The Gemini woman is lively, spontaneous, and full of energy, always seeking new experiences, interesting conversations, and exciting social interactions. She brings fun, humor, and an air of unpredictability into the Cancer man's life, encouraging him to step out of his comfort zone. The Cancer man, in contrast, is deeply emotional, intuitive, and nurturing. He offers the Gemini woman something she often lacks in her fast-paced world: emotional support, heartfelt understanding, and conversations that go beyond the surface. Their friendship has the potential to be dynamic and fulfilling, with each of them contributing something unique. Cancer is someone who forms deep, meaningful connections and is always there when his friends need him. He provides Gemini with a sense of security that she may not even realize she needs. No matter how chaotic her life becomes, Cancer remains a steady presence, someone she can always turn to for advice, comfort, or simply a quiet moment of reflection. Meanwhile, Gemini injects lightheartedness into Cancer's often serious and introspective nature. She encourages him to loosen up, have fun, and see the world through a different lens. However, their friendship is not without its challenges. Cancer is highly sensitive and deeply in touch with his emotions, while Gemini, ruled by logic and intellect, can sometimes be detached and overly blunt. Gemini enjoys witty banter, playful teasing, and intellectual debates, but Cancer may take some of her words too personally. He absorbs emotions like a sponge, and if Gemini makes an offhand remark without thinking, it could wound him more deeply than she realizes. On the other hand, Cancer's mood swings and occasional emotional withdrawal can confuse and frustrate Gemini, who prefers lightheartedness and ease in her friendships. She might not understand why Cancer suddenly becomes distant or why certain topics are so emotionally charged for him. For their friendship to work, both need to practice patience and understanding. Gemini must be mindful of Cancer's sensitivity, realizing that not everyone processes emotions the same way she does. If she learns to be a bit more thoughtful with her words and offers reassurance when needed, Cancer will feel more secure in their bond. At the same time, Cancer must accept that Gemini's carefree nature is not a sign of emotional detachment, she simply experiences the world differently. If he can avoid taking her words too personally and allow her to be herself without needing constant emotional validation, their friendship can thrive. Despite their differences, their friendship has the potential to be strong and deeply rewarding. Cancer learns to lighten up, live in the moment, and not take life so seriously, while Gemini gains a friend who truly cares about her on a profound level. While they may not always see eye to eye, their unique perspectives can make their bond even more interesting. With mutual respect and a willingness to embrace each other's differences, their friendship can become a rare and beautiful connection, one that combines depth with adventure, stability with excitement, and emotion with intellect. Business compatibility, creativity versus stability. When it comes to business, a Cancer man and a Gemini woman bring two completely different approaches to the table. Their partnership can either be a brilliant combination of strategy and innovation or a constant struggle to find common ground. Cancer is careful, calculated, and values long-term security. He believes in building something steady and reliable, making well-thought-out decisions, and ensuring financial stability. He is great at managing resources, cultivating strong business relationships, and creating a structured, organized work environment. His leadership style is nurturing. He prefers to work at a steady pace, ensuring that everything runs smoothly and efficiently. The Gemini woman, on the other hand, thrives on excitement, change, and fast-paced decision-making. She is full of fresh ideas, always looking for new trends, and loves experimenting with different strategies. Unlike Cancer, she is not overly concerned with long-term stability. She is focused on movement, adaptability, and staying ahead of the curve. She excels in networking, marketing, and brainstorming creative solutions, often juggling multiple projects at once. Her energy is electric, and she is constantly thinking of innovative ways to push boundaries and take risks in business. If they work together, their strengths can complement each other perfectly. The Cancer man provides the foundation, ensuring that their business remains secure, profitable, and sustainable in the long run. He can take Gemini's big ideas and ground them in reality, figuring out how to execute them in a way that is practical and financially sound. Meanwhile, the Gemini woman keeps things exciting by introducing new concepts, exploring different markets, and bringing a fresh, dynamic approach to business growth. Together, they can create a well-rounded business model that balances stability with innovation. However, conflicts may arise if they fail to understand and respect each other's work styles. Cancer might find Gemini too impulsive, believing that she jumps into new ideas without fully considering the risks. He may grow frustrated with her ever-changing focus, feeling that she lacks discipline or consistency. From his perspective, Gemini's fast-moving, experimental approach to business can seem reckless, making him feel uneasy about the future. On the other hand, the Gemini woman might view Cancer as overly cautious and resistant to change. She may feel that he is too hesitant to take risks or too slow to act on new opportunities. If he constantly focuses on security and structure, she might see him as someone who holds her back, preventing their business from evolving and growing in exciting new directions. This difference in mindset can create tension, especially if Cancer becomes too controlling or if Gemini disregards his need for stability. For their business partnership to succeed, they must recognize and respect each other's strengths. Cancer needs to accept that some level of risk and experimentation is necessary for progress. He must learn to trust Gemini's intuition and be open to exploring new ideas, even if they initially seem uncertain or unconventional. At the same time, Gemini must understand that not every idea can be pursued impulsively. Some require careful planning and strategic execution. She needs to appreciate Cancer's ability to provide structure and long-term security, recognizing that his cautious approach is what will ultimately keep their business stable. If they learn to meet in the middle, they can create a powerful and dynamic team. Cancer's ability to think long-term ensures that their business remains financially secure, while Gemini's adaptability and creativity keep things fresh and competitive. With Cancer handling the foundational aspects and Gemini driving innovation, they can build something truly remarkable. Their different perspectives can be their greatest asset. If they learn to balance caution with boldness, tradition with progress, and security with adventure, their business has the potential to thrive in ways neither of them could achieve alone. Final thoughts: can Cancer and Gemini truly work? The relationship between a Cancer man and a Gemini woman is complex, filled with contrasts, and requires effort from both sides. Their differences are striking. Cancer is ruled by deep emotions, craving stability and closeness, while Gemini is guided by intellect, seeking excitement and variety. At first glance, it may seem that they are too different to find common ground, but their unique traits can either push them apart or, if they learn to work together, create a powerful and transformative connection. Cancer is deeply sensitive and values emotional security above all else. He desires a partner who can provide consistency, affection, and a sense of belonging. Gemini, on the other hand, is a free spirit who thrives on change and intellectual stimulation. She fears routine and avoids feeling trapped, preferring to keep life light, engaging, and filled with new experiences. This fundamental contrast can be both their greatest challenge and their greatest strength. If Cancer learns to trust Gemini's independent nature without feeling threatened by it, and if Gemini learns to appreciate Cancer's depth without feeling suffocated, their bond can become something truly unique and fulfilling. To build a strong relationship, both partners must be willing to compromise and embrace each other's nature rather than trying to change one another. Cancer needs to understand that Gemini's love for socializing, new experiences, and intellectual exploration does not mean she is disloyal or incapable of deep emotions. She simply expresses love in a different way. If he allows her the freedom she craves without assuming she is pulling away emotionally, he will see that she values their connection in her own way. At the same time, Gemini must recognize that Cancer's need for emotional reassurance is not an attempt to control her. Instead, it is a reflection of his deep love and commitment. If she can provide him with the warmth and security he seeks while maintaining her independence, they can strike a balance that works for both of them. Their love, sex life, marriage, friendship, and even business partnerships can thrive when they find the right mix of emotional security and intellectual freedom. In love, Cancer's devotion can create a stable foundation, while Gemini's energy keeps their relationship exciting and fresh. In intimacy, Gemini can bring playfulness and spontaneity, while Cancer infuses their connection with deep emotional passion. In marriage, Cancer provides the warmth of a loving home, while Gemini ensures that their life together is never stagnant or dull. As friends, they can offer each other new perspectives. Cancer teaches Gemini emotional depth, while Gemini helps Cancer enjoy the present moment. In business, their combined strengths can create a perfect blend of creativity and strategy. At the end of the day, love isn't about finding someone who is exactly like you, it's about embracing differences and growing together. A Cancer man and a Gemini woman may not have the easiest relationship, but that doesn't mean they aren't compatible. If both partners are willing to adapt, communicate openly, and respect each other's unique qualities, their love story can be an extraordinary mix of passion, depth, excitement, and emotional warmth. What do you think? Can a Cancer man and a Gemini woman make it work? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.